Not I.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. Good morning. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you stand before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by you if you plea out to your case or the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you were arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you'd like to hire an attorney or whether you'd like the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You are entitled to make a phone call. If you haven't done so yet, to let friends, family, or your attorney know where you are, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Swear affirm testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. Do we have an interpreter case that you have somebody?
I can make an announcement here.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Buenos días. ¿Hay alguien que necesite intérprete en español? Levante su mano.
Okay, thank you. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Tiffany Colello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Colello. Can I have your date of birth, please?
3/5/1986.
Ms. Colello, you were here for a violation of probation. It looks like it's out of Levi County. We have confirmed with Levi County that they want no bond on that violation of probation charge. So we're going to leave that no bond right now, and Levi County is probably going to come get you within the next 5 days and bring you over there. Once you get over there, you can ask for an attorney and ask for your court date, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Elizabeth Carter. Hi, Ms. Carter. Can I have your date of birth?
6/9/86.
Felony.
Okay, you are here this morning for an armed burglary of a conveyance, armed burglary of a dwelling or structure, and a violation of probation. I did find probable cause for your arrest on each. Do you want me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
Now, appoint the Public Defender's Office on each of your cases. The bonds on your new charges are $25,000 each. I'm going to leave that at $25,000. The bond on your violation of probation is $0. I'm going to leave that at $0. And we're going to see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 a.m. Someone from the Public Defender's Office will be out to see you shortly, okay? Miranda Cloud. Hi, Ms. Cloud. I know you were in front of me yesterday, but can I have your date of birth again?
8/19/82.
Okay. It looks like we have a violation of probation that they found for you out of Pasco County. Pasco County wants no bond for that violation of probation. We're going to keep that no bond at this time. Pasco County is going to come pick you up within the next 5 days. When you get over there, you can ask for an attorney and ask for your court date, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Lynn Spike. Hi, Ms. Spike. Can I have your date of birth?
4/6/66.
Okay, you were here this morning for a grand theft. Can the state tell me why this is a grand theft? Not you. Don't say anything about the facts of your case. Remember?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be grand theft statutory property.
Is it statutory?
Code
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not simple grand theft, but grand theft statutory property on it.
Gotcha. Okay, there's probable cause for your arrest, Ms. Spike. Do you want me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
Might the public defender's office state, does she have a prior record?
Misdemeanor violation of probation 2013 out of Hernando. I'm not sure of the underlying charge. That's all I can confirm this morning.
Okay. Mrs. Beck, I have an address for you on Coachman Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
Is that where Miss Larita lives?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
About 4 months.
Where'd you live before that?
I was homeless.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, not at this time.
Okay, I'm going to leave your bond at $2,000, Miss Larita, and I'm going to order that you have no contact with Helen. You missed Spike. I'm sorry. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Helen Larita. Okay, that means you cannot call her, write her, text her, and definitely do not go to her house. You're going to have to find, if you do bind out, you're going to have to find someplace else to go, okay? I don't want you to have any contact with her whatsoever. I'm going to see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, we have the wrong date on that. Can I have Elizabeth Carter real quick before she leaves?
If you wanted that to the C docket, it would be January 23rd.
Ooh, is there anything
If we
sooner?
put it on the D docket, well, we could do December 27th if you want.
Okay. All right, Ms. Carter, we're trying to get you in front of the right judge. We're going to change your court date. What date did I give her? January 2nd?
Yes, Your
We're
Honor.
going to move it up to December 27th, okay? So
Okay.
let's see you back to court December 27th. Thank you. Gerard Alceu.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, sir. Can I have your date of birth?
11/12/59.
Okay. It looks like you have a failure to appear out of Lake County. The bond on that is $4,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Are you going to be asking for the assistance of the public defender in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender today, but they may ask you again when you get to Lake County, okay? Lake County is probably going to come pick you up within the next 5 days if you're unable to bond out. If you are able to bond out for that $4,000, you want to make your way to Lake County to get a court date, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Benjamin Boggs.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Ms. Boggs. Mr. Boggs, can I have your date of birth?
3/16/77.
Okay, you are here today for a resisting officer without violence and possession of drug paraphernalia. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender, proper.
I'll provisionally appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State to see the prior record.
1996 out of Tampa, misdemeanor marijuana and petty theft. 1997, an FTA out of Hernando. That's a possession of illegal alcohol. Paraphernalia withhold. Possession of controlled substance withhold. Looks like he may have violated his probation. Showing he is a convicted felon. That's all I can confirm this morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Boggs, I have an address for you on Nebraska Ave in Tampa. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 3 or 4 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Underground utility work. I'm a foreman.
Okay. All right, I'm going to leave your bonds at $1,000 each, and we're going to see you back to court on January 3rd at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
John Berezewski.
Yes, ma'am.
Morning, sir. Can I have your date of birth?
4171.
Okay, you are here today for a domestic battery. Currently, there's no bond pursuant to statute. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State to see if a prior record.
1995 out of New Jersey, marijuana. 2004 out of New Jersey, controlled substance. Looks like that may have been dropped. That's all I'm showing, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Berezewski, I have an address for you on Cami Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
2 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
Car hauler.
Okay. Is that address on Cami Street, is that where Audrey lives as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have someplace else you can stay?
I should be able to, yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Audrey Ferreras.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no contact with her whatsoever. Do not call her, do not write her, do not email her, do not have anyone else call her, write her, or email her. If you have any contact with her whatsoever, you're going to be held without bond and arrested on a new charge. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that means do not go to that home on Tammy Street. Do you guys have children together?
No.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. I'm going to see you back in court January 3rd at 9 a.m., okay? I'm also going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Audrey wants to file an injunction against you, okay?
Yeah.
Eugene De La Vega.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. De La Vega. What is your date of birth?
4/15/54, 53.
53? Alrighty.
Damn,
Alright.
this place confuses me.
Yeah, I understand. Alright, so you are here today for a battery charge. I did
Yeah.
find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to hire an attorney? Do you want to represent yourself, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay, I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State.
2006 DUI out of Pasco, violated his probation. 2013 out of Pasco, aggravated assault. Looks like that was stacked down to some sort of a misdemeanor, which is a conviction. Violated his probation. 2015 a fray, which is a withhold. Looks like that was pled down in disorderly conduct. That's all I can confirm this morning on.
Okay. Mr. De La Vega, I have an address for you on Cessna Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yeah,
How long have you lived there, sir?
3.5 years.
Alrighty. Do you have a job?
No, I'm disabled. I'm on disability.
Right. Alright, your bond is currently $500. I'm going to keep that bond at $500, okay? And we're going to see you back to court on January 3rd at 9 a.m. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Thomas O'Connell, okay? Do not have any contact with him whatsoever. If you do have contact with Mr. O'Connell while this case is pending, then you could commit another crime and be held without bond, okay? So don't do it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Dana Gaffney.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, sir. Can I have your date of birth?
Yes, ma'am. 5/21/79.
All right. You are here on an outstanding warrant out of Santa Rosa
Yes,
for
ma'am. I just
failure
signed.
to appear on a grand theft of a motor vehicle.
Yes, ma'am. I just signed yesterday. Community control. I was incarcerated on that charge. Is why I didn't make it to court. That's why they lowered my bond so low. Because I'd already paid the bond, but I was, like I say, arrested. So I was incarcerated on that charge.
Okay. Well, right now you have a
I got
bond.
signed.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I signed yesterday for community control. If you could help me out. I'll about guarantee make my court date.
Okay, but you still have this case out of Santa Rosa, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's what I said. But
Okay,
I
great.
got community control here. I go check in there and
Okay.
guarantee make my court date.
So that was in Hernando. You're on community control out of here in Hernando.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Just got on it yesterday.
Okay.
'Cause I was incarcerated. That's why I got the FTA Santa Rosa.
Okay.
I will make my court date if you can help me out.
All right. Well, the best
Sorry.
that I can do for you, sir, is I mean, you have a $350 bond on that. If you can make that bond, you can go over Santa Rosa, and as long as that's okay with your probation officer, then you can work it out with them. If you're unable to bond out for that $350, they're going to bring you over there, and we just keep in touch with your probation officer and let them know where you are. If you're in custody, then there's nothing they can really do about it. So they're going to bring you over to Santa Rosa. You can resolve your case over there, and then you got to be back on community control over here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
When that's resolved, okay? So we're going to keep it at
Yes, ma'am.
$350, and they'll come get you within 5 days. Alrighty?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Samuel Lucy.
Morning, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lucy, what's your date of birth?
11/22/60.
All right, you were here today for assault and battery on a pregnant person. There's no bond right now pursuant to statute. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender?
I want to hire lawyers. I want to hire a
You want a
lawyer.
private
Okay.
attorney?
Do you know who you're going to hire?
Not yet. I'm not sure yet.
All right, state, receive for prior record.
1994, a drop DV. That's all I'm showing, Judge.
Sir, I have an address for you on Horizon Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am. I owned the house for 6 years, but my daughter lives with me. So.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
No, ma'am. I'm disabled veteran, 100%.
Okay. So your daughter, Kelsey, lives with you at the Horizon Drive address?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I've been a single parent, and I had custody of her since she was 13.
Okay. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Kelsey throughout this case, okay, until this case is resolved. Do not have any contact with her whatsoever, which means if she's at that Horizon Drive address, you're going to have to find someplace else to go. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. I told the officer that I have a motorhome, and I was going to call them when I get out and just get the motorhome and stay in that.
Okay. So have no contact with her whatsoever. Do not call her. Do not write her. Do not email her. And do not have anyone else call her, write her, email her. If you see her out somewhere, you should turn around and go the other way. If she calls you, you should really hang up the phone. Any way that you can imagine having contact with Miss Lucy, I forbid you from doing so. If you do have contact with her throughout this case, then you will be committing another crime, and you'll be held without bond until you resolve all of your cases. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. I do understand that.
I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. We're going to see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Ryan Toole. Mr. Toole, can I have your date of birth?
2180.
All right. You are here this morning for a failure to appear in Pasco County. The bond is currently $10,013. So there is probable cause for your arrest. What we're going to do is keep that bond at $10,013. If you're unable to make that bond, Pasco County is going to come get you within the next 5 days. When you get down there, you can ask for a court date and ask for an attorney, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Tyler Rawson. Hi, Mr. Rawson. You're here this morning for a domestic battery. Can I have your date of birth?
12/13/98.
Okay. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Well, can I represent myself right now?
I'll put you down as self-represented. State to see a prior record.
Back in September out of Pasco County, loitering and prowling. Not sure what happened with that charge, Your Honor. That's all I'm showing.
Okay. Sir, I have an address for you on Otis Allen Road in Zephyr Hills. Is that where you live?
That's where I work.
Okay, where do you live?
Ridge Manor.
Okay, what is your address?
5431 Tall Pines Drive.
Okay. All right. Are you related to Noah?
No.
Tell me why it's domestic. Yeah.
It's a warrant, Judge. I'm not sure of the facts of the case.
All right. Well, I have that Noah lives at 5431 Tall Pines Drive. You guys live together?
Not right now, no.
But you did live together?
At the time, I didn't live there at the time, but we did at one point.
How are you guys related?
His mom got my dad, so
Are you guys stepbrothers or something?
No.
All right. Well, I don't know. All right. Well, I'm going to find probable cause for a battery. So I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Noah Watson. So if he's at that address, which this paperwork that I have here today indicates that he's living at that address, then you cannot be at that address. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no contact with him whatsoever. Do not call him, do not write him, do not email him any way that you can imagine having contact with Noah. I'm forbidding you from doing so. If you do have contact with him while this case is pending, you'll be arrested on a new charge and held without bond. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm not going to hold till 4 because I can't find any information about how it's domestic. No contact with Noah, $1,000. He's representing himself, and we'll see you back to court on January 3rd at 9 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Jeffrey Tennyson? And Mr. Tennyson, can I have your date of birth?
5/14/1966.
Okay, you're here today for a grand theft and you find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public Defender's Office.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office at this time. State, does Mr. Tennyson have a prior record?
Yes, Your Honor, during the 80s and 90s, 2017, Willis second offense, which is a conviction, 2017 battery, unknown resolution, violation of DV injunction back in August. Looks like he violated his probation in November. That's all I can confirm this morning, Your Honor.
Are all of your other cases resolved right now, Mr. Tennyson?
Yes, ma'am. As of yesterday, they were resolved, and this came up,
Gotcha.
and I don't understand what's going on because all that stuff is in the house that the lady moved out.
Okay, sir,
And then
you're giving your
Yes.
public defender a
Okay.
heart attack
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
You're not supposed to say anything about the facts of your case, okay? Anything that you have to
Yes.
say,
Already been
another heart attack. Anything that you have to say, you need to talk to your public defender about that, okay? I wouldn't say that on the record here today.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So I'm going to, your bond is currently $2,000. I'm going to keep it at $2,000, and we're going to see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Ma'am, I have a job, and I'm waiting on it. I was just released yesterday. Is there any way you could lower the bond?
I'm not going to do that today based on your prior record, but I'm not going to increase it at this time either, so
Okay.
you might want to say thank you.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
we're going to keep it at $2,000, but I'm going to order that you have no contact with,
Martin.
yeah, I guess you guys call her Margaret, Diota Monegas, or Margaret as you know her. Okay, don't have any contact with her throughout this case. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, thank you, sir. Juan Cruz Orozco.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What is your date of birth?
6/24/41.
All right. You are here today for 2 charges of retail theft. Okay, I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender on each case. So I understand that this also violates your parole, that you were on parole, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're probably going to be hearing from the Department of Corrections real soon about that. But at this time, I'm going to set your bond at $2,000 on each case. Do you want me to appoint the public defender?
Yes, please.
Appoint the public defender's office on each case, and we'll see you back to court January 3rd at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Derek Timney.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Can I have your date of birth?
10/22/1964.
Alrighty. All right. You are here today for a charge of driving under the influence. The bond is currently $1,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
I'll represent myself.
Okay. State, does he have a prior record?
Appears to be a first offense, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, I have an address for you on Nolan Court in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
4 years?
Do you have a job?
Yes, I do.
What kind of work do you do?
I frame houses for JM Framing.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $500, and we'll see you back to court January 3rd at 9 a.m., okay?
Thank you.
See ya.
Did I miss somebody? Did I give everyone a minute?
We have one more person, Mr. Admiral Fatana.
Is that an add-on?
It's an add-on, it's a plea.
Okay. Are
Apparently
you
he
Michael Amelfatana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
he's resolved his felony yesterday. It's not in CSIS yet, so I'm not sure exactly what'd you get yesterday?
DOC, 36 months.
Okay. Judge, we'd be asking for time served. He has 150 days in as of
What's
today.
he charged with today?
I think,
Driving unsuspended?
Yes, Hernando.
yes.
All right.
And we'd ask for a new coin.
Okay. So you're here today for driving on a suspended driver's license. It appears case number is 2017 CT 2732. Thank you. And you want to go ahead and resolve that case today with time served?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you understand by taking a plea on this case today, you're giving up the right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up the right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up the right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with regard to this driving on suspended driver's license, how do you plead? You plead no contest.
No contest.
I accept your plea of no contest. I find this freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 150 days Hernando County Jail, 150 days credit for time served. We're not going to order coin in this case since it's ordered in a felony case, but you do have fines and court costs in the amount of $438 that will be assessed against you. And at some point after 36 months, you want to make your way down to the clerk's office and make payment arrangements for all of those things, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, and the public defender fee as well, yes. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.